So we did our GOAT list last week. If you haven't seen last week's episode, please go have a look. We did our like top 4, top 5, I think it was. And Khabib just actually came out with his top 5. I want to read you actually his one. It's quite interesting actually because a lot of similarities.
Okay.
So you venture to guess his top 5.
Okay. Demetrius Johnson has got to be on there.
Okay.
GSP's got to be on there.
Yeah.
Anderson Silva's got to be on
Okay.
there. John Jones.
Okay.
Daniel Cormier.
Yeah.
Okay. But is that not 5?
He's got 6 in his top 5.
Okay.
So
Okay.
can you guess the 6th one?
Oof.
It's Russian. I'll give you a hint. He's Russian.
Okay. Peter Yan.
Nope. Do you want another hint? Heavyweight.
Russian heavy. Sergey.
No.
No. Okay.
Can't be. No, that's way too early, bro.
Yeah.
Fought in Pride. I'll give you the last one. He fought in Pride. Spoke about him last week. Fedor Emelianenko.
Okay, of course.
Yeah, so he's got DC at number 5. Well, I'll just go through the full list, actually. So number 15, he's got Dominic Cruz and / Frankie Edgar.
Okay.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess it's his list, and it depends on eras and...
Yeah. It's cool to give Frankie Edgar some like props.
Yeah. I think at his peak, he was really, really good. And Dominic Cruz.
Yeah.
Then number 14, he's got Krokop and Stipe.
Okay.
Krokop, I mean, yeah, I can see it. Stipe, I can see it, I guess. Number 13, he's got Dan Henderson and Shogun. I mean, that's giving them props. I mean, those guys, look, their records, and they fought probably for too long. But like
they paved the way.
They paved the exactly. Yeah, especially in Pride. The Pride days, dude. Shogun in Pride was like, that guy was a beast, dude. Even in his UFC days, and then it was like up and down, but like Pride was just, I think he only had like 2 or 3 losses. I mean, he was really, really good. And Dan Henderson, of course.
Yeah.
Then he's got Randy Couture and Cain Velasquez.
Okay.
Yeah, Randy Couture, I can see. Cain at his peak, especially after he beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And then came back and beat Junior Dos Santos in their second fight.
Yeah.
And then put an exclamation mark in the third one. Okay, and he's got Royce Gracie, Trailblazer. BJ Penn, one of the first people to like really try to fight for. I think he might have been the first to try to fight for 2 titles because he was lightweight champion. Then he went and fought. So he was welterweight champion, dropped down to lightweight. Fought. I think he lost the welterweight belt, won the lightweight belt, and then went up and fought GSP. And then they had the whole Vaseline Gate story.
Yes.
Which I mean, could you imagine if you won 2 belts back then?
Yeah.
I mean, that's superstardom. So fair enough. Number 9, Israel Adesanya.
I do think he deserves to be on the list, yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. He's very technical.
Yeah. He's probably the best middleweight ever after Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
I mean, record-wise and all that, and he did beat Anderson at the tail end of his career and everything, but I think you can't... Anderson Silva's run is just... There's nothing like it.
Yeah,
nothing like it.
Yeah.
Maybe John Jones' run, but like Anderson Silva literally beat the who's who, went up in weight, came down back.
Yeah.
You know, so... Kamaru Usman, number 8. Kamaru Usman over Izzy.
I agree with Izzy and then Kamaru.
I think it's because of he did go and clean his division out twice.
Yeah.
At least, with some people.
And very dominant.
And very dominantly. Number 7, Jose Aldo.
Yeah. Props. Yeah. He was a great champion. Yeah. He was also like a very long run.
A very long run. Didn't have many fights in that run, but I mean, yeah, he did. And look, I mean, say what you want, Conor McGregor beat him in 13 seconds. It's one of those like possibly. I mean, he was more skillful than Conor probably at that time, had more tools. Let's say, but
definitely.
But take nothing away from Conor McGregor, but that, I mean, you could maybe say like it's too quick.
Yeah.
But then you've got Volkanovski that put an exclamation mark on it afterwards. So
yeah,
maybe. But up until that point, I mean, yes,
in their prime.
Yes, yeah. This is probably a prime list, I think, and a trailblazing list as well.
Yeah.
Jose Aldo, and then Henry Cejudo, number 6.
Okay, interesting.
Fair enough. You don't like that?
No. no. Okay, it must make sense. I mean, he's a triple C. He got 2 belts. Okay, I do take that back. I do think probably him above Kamaru. Then I would if
he's above. Yeah, he's number 6. He did beat Demetrius Johnson as well. I mean, we can't take that away from him. and then went on a tear in 2 weight classes, kind of, even though it was short.
Yeah.
Okay, then number 5, DC. I can see that. If you take John Jones out of the equation, I mean, DC lost essentially to what is considered the light heavyweight GOAT and the heavyweight GOAT.
Yeah.
So I mean, and he held 2 belts.
Yeah.
And
beat Stipe once. No,
beat him in the first fight. Lost the second and
lost
third.
The third.
Yeah. Lost the next 2. Demetrius Johnson. Yep. Say what you will about Demetrius Johnson lately. I mean, actually, no, people don't really say many bad things. I mean, he lost in 1 when he started, but went and beat the guy like basically in the same way.
Yeah.
Just also that Rayborg armbar is just something else.
Yeah. Well, have you seen where you get to like I forgot which fight, but where he gets the Rayborg armbar in the air?
Yeah, that's the one. That's Rayborg who he fought. Suplex to armbar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Anderson Silva GSP. So Anderson Silva number 3, GSP number 2. I mean, on the balance of their careers, yes, but I think prime Anderson Silva, like I said last week, for me over GSP prime.
Yeah.
But interchangeable. And then Fedor and John Jones. I mean, you can see why. Listen, Fedor Emelianenko also is like, I think he's like middle to late 40s if he's not pushing 50.
Yeah.
And he's still winning. I mean, I think he's got 6 losses total in his career, but there was a time where he was like 35-1.
Yeah.
And his only loss came from a cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was unstoppable at one stage.
Yeah.
I mean, there's videos of him getting spiked on his head and then just like going like it's nothing. And Kevin Randleman literally, so he went for a takedown, had his head between Kevin Randleman's legs. Kevin Randleman just literally pile drived him, but like jumped and pile drived him on his head. And then he was just so calm. He got up, he switched, and then he kimura'd him and won.
No,
he is there. So I can see it. Khabib didn't put himself on there. Obviously, a little bit humble. No, Amanda Nunes.
Oh yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
she is the GOAT. Not heavyweight. the women's GOAT.
Yeah, this could just be a men's only list. I don't know. It doesn't say that anywhere, but pretty solid list though. I mean, I don't have too many. I mean, there's no one else really besides Amanda Nunes. Maybe you could put on here.
Yeah. But if it's a women's one, then I do think there are some names like Holly Holm would be nice to see on there as well.
Ronda Rousey for what she did, I think, for the sport. I mean, look, on the balance of things.
And Rose Namajunas.
Rose. And why does her name escape me now? The one Rose beat.
Wang?
Not Wang. Man. Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, of course.
Why did that escape me for so long? Yeah, she's also up there. And Shevchenko.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shevchenko. I mean, she arguably won the second fight with Amanda Nunes and being much smaller. So could be added to that as well, I think.